She was the most beautiful queen in Europe. She survived 3 husbands, 2 kingdoms, and 19 years in prison. But she couldn't survive one decision. February 1567, her husband was blown up in an explosion, strangled in a garden, and just 3 months later, Mary Queen of Scots married the main suspect. His name was James Hepburn, the Earl of Bothwell, the man everyone believed killed her husband. Was she a victim? Was she in love? Or was she guilty? This is the fatal mistake that destroyed a queen, a marriage that cost her a crown, her freedom, and eventually her head. And the worst part, the men who put the crown on her head were the first ones to use that marriage to throw her in prison. Let's go back. February 10th, 1567, midnight, Edinburgh. An explosion rips through Kirk Field House. Inside was sleeping Lord Darnley, Mary's husband, King of Scotland. They found his body outside, not burned, strangled. Someone dragged him from his bed and killed him with their bare hands, before the blast. Darnley was 21, arrogant, drunk, hated by the entire court, but he was still king, and now he was dead. And everyone had one question: who did it? The answer was obvious to everyone in Scotland. James Hepburn, Earl of Bothwell. He was 31, a soldier, the most powerful, most dangerous man in the country. And he had been seen with Mary for months. The whispers started that night. Bothwell did it. The Queen helped him. But there was no proof, and Mary was alone, surrounded by enemies who wanted her throne. Her lords hated her. Her people didn't trust her. She was a Catholic queen ruling a Protestant country. She needed protection. And only one man had an army big enough to give it: Bothwell. So she made a deal with the devil. April 24th, 1567. Mary was riding home from visiting her son with just a few guards. Suddenly, 800 of Bothwell's men surrounded her. He took her to Dunbar Castle and kept her there for 12 days. Kidnapped? Or did she go willingly? Historians still fight about it. What we do know is what happened next, something that shocked all of Europe. May 15th, 1567, just 3 months after her husband's murder, Mary Queen of Scots married James Hepburn. In a Protestant church, in front of the entire court, she married her husband's murderer. The country exploded in rage. She's a murderer. She planned it. She's unfit to rule. Her own nobles turned on her. The same lords who had knelt before her, kissed her hand, and sworn loyalty to her crown. They raised an army, and they marched on their queen. Mary had a choice: surrender Bothwell and live, or stand with him and lose everything. She chose him. That choice lasted 31 days. 31 days as wife. 31 days as queen, because after that her throne was gone. Her nobles forced her to abdicate. They locked her in Lochleven Castle. Bothwell fled. He was captured in Denmark and spent the next 11 years rotting in prison until he went insane and died. And Mary, she escaped. She raised an army, she fought back, and she lost, so she ran. She ran to England, to her cousin, Queen Elizabeth, begging for help, begging for sanctuary. Big mistake. Elizabeth didn't help her, she imprisoned her. For 19 years, Mary sat in English castles, writing letters, plotting, praying, because Elizabeth knew the truth. As long as Mary was alive, she was a threat to the English throne, and Mary gave her the excuse she needed: more letters. More plots, proof that she was still trying to take the crown. On February 8th, 1587, at Fotheringhay Castle, Mary Queen of Scots walked to the execution block. She was 44 years old. She wore red, the color of martyrdom. Her servants sobbed, her enemies watched, and Mary spoke her last words: "In my end is my beginning." It took the executioner 3 swings to cut off her head. And it all started with one marriage, one fatal mistake. To her husband's murderer, history still fights about her today. Was Mary a victim? A young widow forced to marry for survival in a world of men who wanted her dead? Or was she ambitious, guilty, blinded by lust and power? The letters are gone, the truth is buried. But the result is clear. A queen lost her crown, a dynasty lost its power, and a 24-year-old girl paid for that mistake with her life. Some stories were meant to be forgotten, but this one deserves to be remembered. Comment below, victim or villain.